All right, Fester and I already had a conversation. This was before the show started. Fester was actually here for about 30 seconds before the show opened this morning.
That's about right.
I was running a little late today. I was engrossed in something, so I didn't hit the show activator. I was maybe a minute late opening up the show today, or maybe 30, 40 seconds. So we had enough time to actually have a conversation before the show start today.
Yes.
And we're both in agreement. How do people get run over by trains? I mean, listen, we know that cars try to beat the train. There was a crazy bright line.
Last week.
Yeah, last week over in North Miami, in Miami, there was a car. It just like drove right through the arms.
Everybody stopped, and one car, and the oncoming dash cam caught the whole thing.
So everyone stopped for one of these bright line trains to go by. This is, like North Miami. And the cars are stopped, the arms are down, and for whatever reason, this driver says, I'm not waiting, and just decides to drive and just gets nailed. Listen, call me sick and twisted, call me just a morbid F, but there's just something cool about seeing, cars hit by these or the trucks, the tractor trailers. Oh, I think I can make it. And the train blasts through, or a flatbed carrying like 50-foot-long like concrete pillars for like an interstate, or huge concrete like sewage pipes, and then here comes the train and just blasts the whole damn thing. Anyway,
it ruins everybody's day.
Right.
It really sucks.
It does. All right, the train's got to stop, and if you're going somewhere, that's going to hold you up for a couple of hours. It's a pain in the ass. Hey, you also in Fort Lauderdale or Delray Beach, this is about a month ago, there was a fire engine. Of all people, a fire engine went around the arms to try to beat the train, and a $500,000 fire engine was obliterated.
What was that guy thinking?
I don't know. I'll tell you what he's thinking. He's thinking that he's not driving fire trucks anymore.
No.
That's what I'm guessing. So anyway, we know about the vehicles that get hit, but it's always fascinating. People, humans, just pedestrians walking, and Fester and I had this conversation. How the hell does a pedestrian get hit by a train?
I'll never understand. I mean, unless the person has something to where they're ready to check out.
Yeah, I mean, this is a story right out of Dover here.
Yeah,
this,
MLK and Alpha MLK.
This is where your real job is.
Yeah, so I work closer to I-4, but MLK is about 3 miles south, runs straight into Plant City.
Fester works in Dover. Fester works for General RV.
Nowhere near the train tracks.
That's the real bread and butter for the house, because he's not making dick here.
Don't you forget it.
All right, so...
And we're going to hire somebody new?
All right, so this dude is hit by an Amtrak.
Unbelievable.
I know there have been stories where there are runners or joggers that have their earphones in, or their AirPods, earbuds, whatever, and they don't hear the train. But why the hell would you be jogging on a railroad? I know I've heard those stories in the past, but you wonder when you hear this story: man struck and killed by Amtrak train while walking across the tracks. Was he intentionally trying to meet his maker?
Have you ever been right next to the train when it blows its horn? Like right next to it? It is so loud that...
I've been stopped at a crossing where it's blowing the horn as it comes through.
When you are standing next to it, and your train is passing within, 10 or 15 feet, and it blows its horn, it's so loud, it's debilitating.
Well, you used to have one of those train horns. Remember when the train horns were big?
I had a train horn that went to a truck.
And some listener put it in?
Yeah.
All right, so that train horn was not like a real train horn?
Okay, it was a loud horn for a car.
Can you get a real train horn installed in your car?
It would probably blow the hood off your vehicle. MJ, it's so debilitatingly loud, these train horns, when you're so close to them. You can hear them from miles away.
Yeah, 53-year-old guy, Andres Poptupel, was walking across the tracks when he was struck by the Amtrak. I mean, how does that happen?
I mean, I'll never understand that.
It happened Saturday at 4 p.m.
He had to have had a death wish.
So,
I've seen people just walking along the tracks before.
Yeah, obviously condolences to friends and family and anyone that knew Andres. But you got to wonder, how does a pedestrian walking across I don't even think he was walking on the tracks in the direction of the train, or but walking across.
Are you looking for a thrill? Are you looking for a little adrenaline rush? I don't get it at all.
You know, when an Amtrak or a freight train, when it hits a vehicle, a lot of times there's like no damage to the train. So when it hits a person, there's like really no damage to the train.
It's
a terrible
bounced
story.
right off.
Yeah. Oof.
Weren't you on a train that hit a car?
Yeah, in South Carolina. I was on the auto train. Julian and I were taking a vehicle up north.
How does everything happen to you? It's amazing.
I don't have a lot.
It's amazing.
lot of crap happens to me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in a train that got hit by a
Yeah.
car. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we were on the auto train just outside of Charleston. We were in what was it? Just outside of Charleston, and there was a drunk guy that stopped his car right on the railroad tracks, and he got out of the car, left the car, drunk off his ass apparently, and it was some Vietnamese guy. Seriously, I remember the name. It was a Vietnamese name.
Awful.
And the dude up outside, just north of Charleston. What was the area? Bring up the map. Just that was going to drive me nuts. You know, it's one of my OCD things. And we got to get back into the OCD story. We ought to take phone calls on the whole. There was an OCD moment during the Bucks and Skins game, Bucks and Commanders game last night. But Julian and I were on an Amtrak that hit a vehicle, and we were stopped for like an hour and a half while they sorted the whole thing out.
That's short of a time.
That wasn't even a fatality. Oh, listen, if the guy was squashed by the train, it probably would have been longer. But the drunk dude, got out of the car, left the car on the tracks, and we just plowed into the car. And the fact that there wasn't a fatality, that just sped up the whole process. But we were still stopped for like an hour and a half. What line am I taking? Line 2? All right, Andrew wants me to grab, who is it? Dina on line 2. Dina, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM Q105. Hello.
Hey, MJ.
Hey.
So if the train is not blowing the horn, you cannot hear it coming. My brother was hit by a train in Charleston.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Was he
So in
walking
Charleston,
along?
They don't have the gates. They just don't take care of their railroad crossings, and they don't take care of the ground. And he loved his car. He had like a Mustang convertible.
Right.
And so he goes through slow because he didn't want to damage his tires. Looked both ways, saw nothing. He was fortunate because the train was backing up. So there were no lights. They didn't blow their horn, plowed right into him twice. Plowed in once, spun him, hit him again.
Oh, my God. And was your brother okay?
He was fine, walked away from it.
All right, well, good for him.
I mean, even looking left and right, how do you miss the train?
Yeah, it's kind of a big object.
There were no lights.
I get that.
Well, it's dark out. It was like 4 a.m.
But the trains have a big bright light.
Not on the back.
Not in the back. All right. I
Oh.
guess, yeah. I guess it can happen. I mean,
I don't know of many trains that are backing up at intersections.
it happens.
I
I
don't know.
mean, they back
Anyway.
up, I guess.
All right, well, Dean, I'm glad your brother's okay.
Me too.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Dina.
By the way, I checked the map. We hit the car in Goose Creek,
Okay.
just a little north of Charleston.
I didn't mean to.
Goose Creek, South
I
Carolina.
didn't mean to offend people who've
Yeah.
survived incidents with trains. By the way,
Let me grab Sandra in Tampa. Sandra, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Sandra.
So I just had a quick story. When I was like, I want to say like 10, maybe 12, I was friends with this kid named Michael, and he was walking his dog on the railroad track,
Oh, no.
and his foot got caught in the track.
Oh, that's like a movie. That's like a horror movie story.
Unfortunately, he got hit. One leg he completely severed off, and then the other one was so chewed up that they had to take it off. So he lost both of his legs for it, and they never found the dog. And
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean they never found the dog?
well, the train was like, it goes over the Hillsborough River.
Oh, hold on. This happened locally?
Yeah, this happened when I was like, 10, 12 years old.
What year was this? About what year?
Well, I'm 55 now, so you're talking, probably 40 years ago.
Wow. So sometime in the early 80s?
Yeah.
What was it?
Not in the 80s. Because I was only in, whatever grade, like third, fourth grade.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
So,
young grade school.
what was the kid's name?
I only remember his first name. His first name was Michael.
I wonder where Michael is that got hit by a train in Tampa like 40-something years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
well, listen, 40 years ago puts us in 1985 is 40 years ago. 40 years ago is 1980. Yeah.
How old are you, Sandra?
She said 55. She
I'm
already said.
55.
Yeah, so 48
Yeah.
years ago, maybe.
All right.
You're in
Hey, Sandra,
third grade.
thanks for the call. I hope Michael's still with us, but
I mean,
Michael lost both of his legs, right?
Yep, because of getting hit by the damn train.
Wow.
getting hit by the damn train.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let me grab one more call. Let me grab, what line am I taking?
This is Mike.
All right, Mike is in Clearwater. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well.
So, love the show. I'm from up north too. This happened in New Jersey, in Little Falls. There was a guy that got hit by a train because in Little Falls, the parking lot is on the other side of the tracks. And the train was coming. He wanted to catch this one because the next one was an hour. So he's running across the track,
Ooh.
tripped or something, and got run over.
Oh, no.
Problem was he was still alive under the wheel, which leads to the second part. Second part is Amtrak has a person that's dedicated, and their whole job is to bring a phone out to the site of an accident where the person's still alive. Because in case they have to back the train up and the guy's not going to make it, they give the phone to the person so they can say goodbye to the family.
Oh, get out of here. Hold on.
That sounds really
Hold
urban
on.
legendy.
Come on, that's not, that can't be real.
If I've been working for Amtrak for 40 years. Oh, yeah, what's your job?
I'm the phone guy.
I bring the phone to the living people.
I rushed the phone out to the guy that's stuck under the train.
I had a guy that worked for New Jersey Transit. It might have been New Jersey Transit, actually, not Amtrak. But they were telling me about that. That was their whole thing.
Mike, come on. That sounds like the phoniest thing. Are you serious, Mike?
I'm serious.
I mean,
Oh,
one
man.
guy's whole job was to bring the phone out
to a guy that's severed under the train so he can say goodbye to his family?
Is that like a doctor on call? You're
I
out to
don't
dinner
know.
with your wife. Oh, but honey, I gotta go.
I got to bring a phone out to a guy that's stuck under the train
Yeah, you gotta.
so he can say goodbye to his wife, Myrna. Myrna, I'm under the train. Goodbye. Mike, thanks for the call.
No problem.
It's amazing, Mike. Thank you. That's amazing. I mean,
I got to Google that later.
I don't have any information to discredit what Mike said, but it sounds really urban legend.
That sounds, I'm sorry, it sounds ridiculous. All right.
Call the phone guy.
All
I
right.
don't think I'm gonna make it.
It is 7:46 at the MJ Morning Show. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like, share, subscribe, all this crap down here.